I voted to my own party, which is Labour. But with my point of view of what happened yesterday, the election was successful. Everybody voted in pigs and leave feed in pigs. Because what really made the election to go well was that because of the money that evolved, other political parties were sharing money, while other political parties will now have money to share. So as a result of that, that shows that the party goes well. Nothing like fight, nothing like quarrel. The political party that we are sharing money, PDP also share, but it's not up to the amount of APC. So as a result of that, because of the money, APC, even PDP members and Labour Party members and other political members follow money. They began to vote for money. They were voting for money, not for any other thing. They were voting for money. Because of the money that they were giving people in the field, they decided to follow APC and vote for APC. In my own polling booth, APC got 185. Then while PDP got 8, while Labour got 3. So for that, I say, well, anyway, we thank God because this is open election. This open ballot box is not a secret election.
Allegations by some members of PDP that the election was rigged. What is your take on that?
Election was never rigged in Edo North Central, Edo North West, and Edo North East. Nothing like election that was rigged. But all I know is that APC still cook and brought food for the agent, whether you are from APC agent or from PDP. They don't care to know. They share food for everybody in the field yesterday. My people here, our people in Edo North here, they voted for money. So I will say the truth. That is my eyes witness. Even securities witness what happened. So there's nothing like allegation. They were there. And somebody that was hungry, you cannot ask the person to go and do this. He will be even angry with you. Even some of my members, I saw them voting for APC. So I cannot go closer to them and ask them, why are they doing this? So everybody with his own choice. But I vote for my right. So that's why I voted for Labour.
Congratulations, everybody. So to those who voted, let me know if you can hear me, please, because I don't know. I had to reset the mic midway. So the gentleman you see to my side here, voted Labour Party as somebody who is conscious, passionate, and patriotic to want a change. But what is confirming, which we all already know, is that when we complain rigging is not possible without collaboration or without the, I don't want to use the word being accomplices, like without, yes, collaboration is still valid as a word, of the people themselves, or let's say the cooperation. So thank you so much for confirming you can hear me, Mr. Taiwo on YouTube. So if the people were not in cooperation, there's no way rigging will be possible. So one of the things we must first get out of the way is alleging that politicians rigged election. Did they enter the place to rig it by themselves? No, they use people. And these people are supposed to be citizens too, who want a better country. So these politicians seem to have seen people finish, like, the see finish syndrome. They know you people. Edo no be Lagos. Edo no be Lagos. They brought money, Edo turned to Lagos. And you know what Lagos means? Being in the pocket of one man. That's the meaning of Lagos means, as it's like right now, politically, Lagos means in the pocket of one man. They can't use that pocket, they buy other states. Till they reach, they buy federal. Do you understand it now? This is a Labour Party supporter, for instance, confessing and confirming that yes, even though he voted his conscience, but that he can testify that majority of the people followed money. So even PDP that asked members pouring into the streets and protesting, PDP also paid money. All of them spent. It was just a question of who outspent the other. PDP spent, APC spent, all of them spent. It was a question of who spent more, right? We have not left that stage where election is about vote buying. It's about who pays more or who spends more. So anytime you hear people telling you, oh, we can't support that party because it doesn't have structure, just know what they mean is you don't have money. Structure means money in Nigeria. Or when they say, oh, that party has structure, let's enter it, they have structure. It's a lie. They are looking for money. Anytime you tell people, oh, let us work in this direction so that we can capture this, we can take over, we can, we can change the template, we can change the format, we can change the government. Anytime you hear, oh, they don't have structure, just know what they are simply saying is they don't have money. Like that is the context in which the young people of Nigeria discuss structure. Structure means money. Okay, now you went into Labour Party. Oh, so at the end of the day, all the people that were shouting LUP, 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 it then turned out that money was also to the tune of billions was involved, hundreds of millions was involved at the end of the day. Now, so now in Edo State, you would think they were really ready. So that means it was all about only Obi, Tiam, LUP. You enter Edo State now. Look at on a. We even heard that eventually, the people who were campaigning for Olumide Apata in LUP still betrayed him dying minutes. If you knew you were not going to work with him, why did you deceive him with campaign in the first instance? Why not just allow the guy know his face from the beginning? Why push him up to the dying minutes and then jump ship? That's wrong. So it then tells me only one thing: we are not yet ready. PDP, if it were citizens that were naturally or naturally complaining now, I would understand. But if it is PDP that is complaining, sorry, is a lie. Because there's nothing you want to accuse APC of that you also did not do. The only difference is that APC spent more. All of you bought votes. It's confirmed, and not be me talking. You just heard it. Not be me talking. You all paid to buy votes. All of you bought votes, but APC bought more. And it became a game of who spent more, who bought more votes. What on now? INEC only announced who bought more. Now. But the only thing that confirms to me is that Nigerians are not yet citizens. In fact, we are in search of the soul of this country. We are in search of our citizenship. For those of us who have key to say anything APC, PDP, and the affiliates, no. We are only few fighting for the soul of this country so that we can be citizens. Because as far as I'm concerned, all these people, including the one talking here, who understands the mathematics of what went down in Edo State, for instance, agrees that they are all commodities. Yes, they are trading you. Politicians who will forget about you for 3.5 years only start campaigning to you 6 months to next election and feed you for only 1 day. Only 1 day, the election day, give you 10K and give you food. Then they buy you for the next 4 years or more. Do you understand? Then they buy you for 1 day and forget you for another 3.5 years. That is what they call politics in Nigeria. So how do you convince me that such people who voted for the same set of politicians, forgot them for 4 years, simply because they fed them only 1 day? How do you tell me such people are truly tired? And me, I've declared it before. I don't want to fight for people. I can only fight with them, like fight alongside, meaning that they must be ready. But I'm not seeing readiness yet. If you betray the movement for change because of 10,000 naira for 1 day, you are not ready. There's nothing else you want to tell me. Nigerians are not ready, so I cannot deceive myself. But until then, let's allow the conscientization to continue. Let's allow the suffering to continue. Let's allow, they are testing the waters. This is a template again that they will go and use in Ondo, rinse it, rework it, look for a way to improve upon it for the next general election. Because these people improve. When you are sleeping, that's when they are active. They are nocturnal beings. When you are working, they are sleeping and watching you. At night, they will collect results from people. Okay, what are these people saying? What are they? Don't mind them. we know what to do again. Exactly. So politicians know how to get Nigerians. They really know how to get you people. So they brought money, and Edo no be Lagos became past tense. Edo can become annex of Lagos. You understand now? So, but at any rate, whether PDP, whether Obaseki, whether Oshomole, whether Philip Shaibu, whether anything, all of them, are they not the same in the eventual? When are you going to be ready? When are you going to be ready? Bro, people voted for APC. Forget about rigging. Those are angry with the government of the state. That was why they voted for APC. Are they not the same? Fry pan to fire. So now only APC can't be the only alternative. So if APC offend you, your alternative is PDP. When PDP offend you, now your alternative is APC. Then tell me we are ready. We are not. I've been saying this for years. Nigerians are not yet ready. I know, of course. This is another confirmation. I know. I've always known we are not. Our people are not ready. I've always known. Always known. Our people are not ready. Okay, so now politicians. What do we expect from APC now that they have captured Edo State? Like, what is the expectation of Edo people? You are still complaining that the federal government is implementing anti-people, neoliberal policies, imperialistic policies, inflicting hardship on people. While you are complaining, you are still voting the same party. Don't tell me about rigging. Forget it. People collect money and vote. Like say that 10K we won't collect for that one day. Okay, imagine now. Let me ask you a question. You have been supporting somebody school fees, get. Government increase school fees. You sacrifice, supported the person to pay. House rent increase, you supported the person to pay. The same person, two things: school fees, house rent. Food cost, get money, you supported the person throughout. You are being a Christian. Yeah. You are being humanitarian. Yeah. You are being this and that. Okay. You supported the person all through. Election can't reach. That person can't sell their conscience for just 10,000 naira. The sacrifice then they make for the person since the person forgets at the most crucial time, which is the election day. Come betray. I don't want to use this analogy may come to mind because women go feel offended. So I don't want to use that. I don't go use that. But if you know, you know. So now we have been doing all of these things for years, supporting people, doing this and that, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, just one day, the most crucial moment, the person can't betray you. How do you feel? How do you feel? That is the situation with Nigeria. So that's why I've always said it. Let's spend more of the time sensitizing people. Because if you don't open their eyes and you are waiting until only election day, it's just like let me first check Dan Williams. People use INEC as their excuse. No, yeah, they can't blame INEC. You get it. Freddie Ward, how far now? Believe or leave it, they didn't vote for APC. Now the narrative we then they use now be that. No, my brother, rigging no possible if there are no enablers, and the enablers are not outsiders. Enablers are not outsiders. I won't say more than that for now, but you will understand what I'm talking about. Taiwo Ogunbi, we are far from ready, my brother. They are so hard to sensitize. They are not hard to sensitize, and I will tell you why. But now I believe people should have known to boycott or have total alternative to a rotten system. Before I go to the next comment, do you know what I agree with you, and this is what I believe. Otherwise, to the first sentence, that people can be sensitized, and I will explain because I've been in this field for a while. You know, when we started exposing religious leaders and how they are using people, deceiving people, it was first difficult. Do you know how many people call me till today and say, "Guy, you liberated me on." So now you can't dey free my mind. Now you can't dey free me. Now I can't dey reason. It took time. You know, because this thing passes is in phases, it passes stages. You know, the first stage, when you come with your truth, the first stage, it is debunked, like it is denied, they deny it, they say na lie, they lie. They say guy na lie. If they fake you, they kill you. See what happened to Galileo. In fact, Galileo was killed. He was stoned to death for coming up with, say, oh, I went into that space. It is what the church told you. Because people who used to rely on church about belief of nature, the cosmos, it was the church that used to dictate how the cosmos was. Until Galileo, as a scientist, now came and said, no, I went in, I studied it, and contrary to what the church told you, that the sun is rotating, no, it's not true. When I studied it, it is actually the earth that we are all upon that's actually revolving around the orbit of its orbit. The sun is static, it is the earth that is moving. They stone am to death. That is the first stage of the first phase of coming in contact with the hard truth. Truth hard though. Coming in contact with the hard truth. The first phase, it is denied, controverted. The second phase, it is violently opposed. Like they don't want to hear them again. Nobody should come with that thing again. I don't want to hear them again. Anybody will talk and violently opposed. But at the third stage, it becomes self-evident. Like, oh, so this guy was truthful. Like this guy was correct all along. We didn't know, and we already killed. We already named him. It becomes self-evident at the third stage. It becomes so. It passes through three stages. Now the question is, how long does each stage take? It will depend on the individual. Everybody has got their threshold. For some people, it will be the second day. It will be the second day. They will quickly understand, like, this is the way that guy talk. Element of truth, deal. Let me give you benefit of doubt. The second stage will last another 1 year before the enter. That is the fastest I have seen. The fastest I have seen. But it could be more. For some people, the first phase could be 5 years. It could be 10 years. Some people would have lost a lot. In fact, they would have lost family members to it. They would have lost their life, before they realize that they have been lied to. It was you that was actually telling the truth, but they were opposing you. So, sensitizing people is still the best way to go. So, I know this because I did it with religion. When we started debunking religious falsehoods, it took time. You understand? Like, it really took time. I remember a lot of people coming, Shegun, stop that thing you are doing against TV Joshua. Man of God, blah, 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 blah. But somebody told me they have gone to put my picture where I used to pray, that wherever they put their picture there, they either die, run mad, blah, blah, blah. I say, well. And the person told me, be careful. I say, I can't be more careful than life. Life itself has its polarity. But we are here today, Sha. I'm not saying it's a consequence of anything, but I'm still saying that people are becoming wiser. Sha. The same way with other men, so your men of God. As I'm even still saying it, some people still there will like me for something but hate me for another thing. You understand? Because truth hard. They go like you, say, oh, this guy, yes, I like him for this aspect, but this one way they talk, I don't want to make it go there at all. You understand? But it will take time before they will now say, oh, this guy was actually correct all along. Was right. all along. We didn't know. Sensitization. It took time. So politically speaking, to rescue Nigeria is also not going to be just all at once. It will also take time. It would also take time. Let me come to Ayokunle Akinifesi. So the psyche of the youth and majority of the suffering masses have been decimated beyond limits. I understand that. You are correct. So I see no solution in sight. There's solution. As I said, we should not wait until the election before we start sensitizing people because it takes time to really get people to understanding. You want to bring people to understanding, and okay, for instance, now let me come back to religion and briefly. Somebody who has been under a religious indoctrination for over 30 years. Somebody has lived 50 years, is already growing old, midlife, if not already close to grief. And out of the 50 years of age, has spent 30 years in a particular religious indoctrination. You now come with the truth that will be confronting what they have been soaked into for 30 years. Oh, sorry. You expect that you achieve it in one day or one week or 1 month or even 1 year. You have to be persistent with the message. You have to, because that message was also persistent for 30 good years that you want to remove them from. So I know, I understand what you're saying. It is not irredeemable. Let's be hopeful. Okay? Let's just be hopeful. Let me come to Facebook. Prince Zelira. Sometimes I wonder how Nigerian politicians rig elections and people accept it. After that, they go out to protest against hunger, high fuel prices, and the cost of living. Why not write a bill to amend the election process and propose something better? Now you are talking. Again, what I'm simply saying is we don't have to wait till the next election. We can start now. Let us start pushing. We want amendments to our electoral laws in the following ways. Number one, we want a change of these corrupt officers. Let's start with that. Number two, it is a must that no election will happen with the resident electoral commissioner or the INEC chairman being member of any political party. There should be neutral people. Number three, we start listing what our demands are. If we don't overhaul the electoral umpire itself, forget it. Forget it. So, where to go? On YouTube, AK Rocks says Olumide Akpata's multi-millionaire adverts came to nothing. For those who did no adverts, but their votes got the highest votes, this justifies vote buying. Let me tell you one thing I know again. Did you know that Olumide Akpata was trying to do what should be? Like, go out there, campaign, let people know your plan, your program. Present yourself for debate. Let us debate what our idea is to people. But the question is, the people you want to talk to, do they really want to listen to what you have to say? Or they are waiting for that day who is bringing rice and who is giving us money? That is why they refuse to fund education. They failed to fund, deliberately did not fund education. You know why? You know why they do? They deliberately refused to force it to fund education. They want people to remain ignorant so that they can be useful to them as tools or commodities on election days. Just like you have just witnessed. On election day, people should be commodities. You are just paying and buying them. What else? Because you can't buy an educated or an exposed person cheaply like that. It's not possible. Somebody who has been complaining since day one of Saturday is gone and suddenly another election came because of 10,000 naira, we forget all that stuff. It's not possible now. It's not possible. So I agree with you. Hmm? They did not come for not only campaign, they also did not come for TV, national TV debates, so that people will listen to what they have to say. They say you are wasting your time. That method is not working in Nigeria. You wait until election day. Just bring the money you are supposed to have spent on convincing people that these are your projects. Just use the right party platform. Pay them whatever, sign whatever they want you to sign with them. Pay whatever they want you to pay. Wait for election day. They bring all the. In fact, in APC, I learned that they did 2 shifts. Like the preparation was like they did 2 shifts, two. Those that worked in the daytime to monitor and control the people that will vote for the party did they. Just as you thought that those ones will be tired soon, and all of you were retiring and getting tired, and you are just another set just came from nowhere, like jeans, started bringing food. Another re-energized, reinvigorated set of people just came out mysteriously. Night shifts, election for Nigeria. So by the time you the so-called opposition, by the time you are getting tired with your few number of people who are working to say we will monitor our vote, by the time you are tired, you just see another set of people come again with food, with you have spent what you have exhausted your budget, exhausted your energy, waiting for election to be announced. INEC will now pause for you to be tired and almost, in fact, sleeping already. Drinking whatever you are drinking to stay afloat. Eating orogbo and obi, kola nut and eating whatever you want. But na plan. So while you are doing all of that, waiting, another set has been reinforced for night shifts. Oh, more night shifts. The only thing APC knows how to do in this country is election. They learned from PDP and they outsmarted PDP in the game. I mean, you give it to Jagaban, Iyaje, Edo people. If I hear pim, Edo people. If I hear pim, okay, I agree with you. Sensitization is the key, and not only that, trusted and tested leaders need to be pushed forward to contest, or else you may end up working blindly for a wrong candidate. That's a strong point. Ibrahim Akinkolo, thank you for that contribution from Facebook. And then I have Prince Iselira again. See, sometimes I order Nigerian politicians rig election and people accept it. After that, okay, I think I read that before. Okay, so the last part said, and the cost of living. Why not sponsor a bill to amend? I think I read that already. My people, this is a message to Edo State people, Benin people. I do this one. If I hear, if I hear, APC till you come. Whatever spelling of come you have, APC till you come. Because everybody must collect. Gentlemen and ladies, it only tells one thing. It is central to all of us. It doesn't matter whether you are Biafran, whether you are Oduduwan, whether you are Ijo, whether you are Arewa, whether you are Gogobiri, whether you are anything. We are all in the same pot of soup. Do you understand now? The same pot, because it obtains everywhere. It obtains everywhere. As far as leadership is not, you don't get it correctly, you will just continue, poor versus poor will continue to fight themselves, arguing between yourself. Hey, Wasake is better than Gedale is better than Kobole. But they are all the same people. They are politicians. It's not for them, it is not deep or hard feeling in any way. It is for you who has to buy gas, who has to pay for electricity, who has to go on bad road, who has to work hard and come back to meet price of foodstuff expensive, who has to wake up the next morning and what you bought yesterday, you no longer have money to buy again because it is now more expensive than the budget you kept for the next day. For politicians, it is not. So your stories are different. So if you like, sit down in beer parlor and argue about security all day. If you like, sit down and argue for share money all day. If you like, say, I like what Shuaibu did, all of them, they are not in your category. Now you go pepe. Now you go feel am. So, but if I hear ping, like I always say, I no longer pity Nigerians. So far, it never reach. Never reach. So while the suffering is going on, we'll be using sensitization to back it. Say, that is why we told you. Oh, sorry, they pay you. Oh, yeah, sorry, sorry, sorry. Hey, but that now why will they tell you too now? Now why will they tell you too now? Anyways, gentlemen and ladies, for our own humanitarian projects at Objective Media, you can see the scrolling text below. Please put your support. We are looking to empower. We have been doing, some of you are already aware, empowering people with our little township. Now we need support. We want to do it on a larger scale because if government has failed to do it, we recognize that role. I'm not an NGO. We are not playing NGO roles. My role is not to do charity. I'm not doing charity. I'm not giving people money except for the emergency cases where life is involved. Me, my mind of it can make I say person we need life support. Make I know if you do. Except I no get. If I no get, I'll just say, well, God knows. I mean, as far as my heart is clear, if I have, I'll do. If I no get, nothing will happen. You understand? So that said, but for those who I see have something upstairs, but just lack something to start, I always say, convince me you can do this. Even if you don't convince me enough, but I know that you are not lazy, you can do. You are just in lack of what to start. I try to give you a push. I call it push start. Say get some vehicle, we say then get everything with the feel move. Now just battery way weak, which is the capital. Give them that little push to go on their own and they'll continue to move. Now that push start now immediately. So if you see the scrolling text, your whatever, some of you are big. Okay. So don't say put your support. I appreciate you as you are using it to help people your own life as they are praying for the source. You collect the prayer. That one I know for sure. Thank you so much, everybody. DA Nature says I'm from Endo. Only revolution will change this madness. Got it. Signing out with AK Rocks. So she only got someone. Does this justify Dr. Johnson in politics in Nigeria? Well, it justifies anything they call it.